Sure, you'd homebrew it somehow. Oh, that's the thing, fellas, now, actually. That basically, from what I've seen, D&D, most people don't play D&D. They play a whole set of house rules and things that they thought of and ways that they prefer the game to be played, which to me sounds like D&D is not a good game in and of itself. I prefer a game that's designed in a way that supports and encourages certain behaviors. Basically, it's like saying, hey, we play poker, but what if you pretend to be a gangster? You know, all of the stuff that you have put in there is not part of the game of poker. It's stuff that you imagined yourself. And that's okay, that's fun. If you're having fun, play what you like. But I just think that there are interesting systems around that do interesting things, and you can benefit from those. Fellas, enjoy poison. You should do D&D 5 games. Pretty good for what it is. That, you know, Jex, is that as a description, pretty good for what it is? That's not encouraging, buddy. Oh. Yeah, sure, you know, I have not played D&D 5, so, I'd be interested in checking out what it is. Although, you know, one-shot style. In general, I'm not a fan of the never-ending story D&D. That's an unfair accusation of D&D. RPGs in general. I don't want to play a giant world simulation of, we could go on for years, because that means the eventual end is going to be, you won't be able to play, scheduling issues, and the story's just going to fade away. I prefer a nice, short story, something to the point. Nice. Probably already have oil for this, but I'm gonna need a grape shot. You know what? Let's get some dancing star. Let's check my draconite oil. Draconites, it's in there. What is it? Zombies. You have it in your cabinets? Let's use basic rules for D&D for the base of the homebrew. Yeah, pretty much. And that's why I'm thinking D&D is a bad base. It's, again, it's a miniature combat game. There's better games for role-playing. Good within D&D. Does Dungeon Crawl structure combat pretty well? I need art for you. Yep. Wouldn't be a Byronic stream without me bombing myself. Played a preset board in local shop with 2 expansions. Did around 8 hours, just gave up. Wow. Oh, zombies. Yeah, I have that one. Now I see what that's a reference to. Yeah, zombies. That's it's pretty fun. There's some interesting expansions to that one. Haven't played those though, unfortunately. Wait, Forktail Mutagen. I think I needed that. Yes! The Forktail decoction! I can finally make it! After so long. Combining various attacks grants a bonus that increases attack powers for the next attack mounted. Whatever. I'm just a completionist. I want it. Yeah, D&D 4 is a good miniature battle game. You know, until you go higher level and combat takes hours. 4 is a video game with little separation between character abilities. Yeah, that's... They pretty much designed it for excessive balance, is what I'd say. It 4 does what it does pretty well. Zombies have 12 or 13 expansions. Yikes. That is, that sounds money grubbing. There we go. Perfect. Let's see, where are we right now? That is way too much to do. We have our next point, but we've been doing quite a lot. We're very close to getting our super special mutagen upgrade, which I'm so happy about. But it's been 4 hours. Tomorrow's another working day, unfortunately. I think this is where I'm gonna have to call it. To be honest, I'm having a load of fun. I would love to continue, but I have to be a responsible adult. Can't stand 4.0. Yeah, I can get that. I can get that. Now, I'm gonna have to call it here, unfortunately. It has been a good long stream. The green screen has been behaving really well, so I'm happy with that. But, oh my god. Getting tired. Need to get back to work. Need to get my stuff done. Thank you all very much. I know, Ghost, I know, I'm so sorry. I do have to go, though. Thank you all so much for hanging out here with me. It's been a load of fun. I'm happy to have been sharing this with you. I'm happy to have been making so much progress. Happy to be back with all this regularity in streaming. I will definitely be back next weekend with Witcher 3. For now, as I said, I'm just doing the weekends. Maybe adding some more weekday streams in between. But I'm set for the weekends right now. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. CEST or GMT +2 or just Amsterdam time, there's going to be Dungeon World on here, run by Jexus. Players with Fub, myself, Marindel, and Huthor is going to be in there. That's going to be a lot of fun. Not a computer game, but just sort of an irregular game. I like it at least. Have a look on the YouTube for some of the back issues on that. Go and talk to me on Twitter. So Ghost, I see that you sent me that Turing test link. Thank you very much. I'm going to have a look at that. Andrew Cole with some likes as well. Thank you so much for that. And hey, thank you all, guys. Thank you all for logging in here, talking with me. That is awesome. And indeed, Felsenal, work is priority. But this is what we're coming back to. Felsenal, Dungeon World. A cool RPG. Tune in tomorrow to have a look at that. And on YouTube, you can find some of the stuff we've been doing. Okay, everyone. I could talk here for hours, but I am going to call it here. So what I'm going to do is have a quick look at Twitch, see if anybody is following that I'd like to refer you to. And if not, I'm just going to leave you with a little bit of music. Who do we have here? Lyric? Well, doesn't need... Lyric doesn't need my host. Zigil, Quill, etc., etc. Eric Vulgaris, but he's probably ending soon. Todai is playing Skyward Sword. Todai is a pretty fun streamer. I met him via Surignum. He's relaxing, he's calm, and he's playing a blind playthrough of Skyward Sword on the Wii. So that's pretty fun to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you with Todai. Go and say hi, go tell him I sent you, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next week.